Litecoin and Bitcoin update. Are the bulls still in charge? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. Hope everybody's having a fabulous Wednesday. We're going to take a look at the charts. First, we're going to take a look at Litecoin, some key areas to watch, where you might be headed, and then do the same with Bitcoin. Stick around to the end. I want to give you my yearly target and where I think we're going to end up by the end of the year. You don't want to miss it, so definitely stick around to the end. I'm going to show you the target and why. Also, if you haven't already, check down in the description below. And I have some links in there. It really helps the channel out if you guys use them. There's an ABRA link. You deposit $100 worth of, you deposit $100, you get $25 worth of free Bitcoin. Another one for Coinbase. There's also a Ledger link in there to get your hard wallet. Keep your crypto safe. Get it off the exchanges, guys. We all know what happens when exchanges get hacked. So why not have your own ledger and keep it safe? So anyways, we're going to move on and look at what's going on in the charts.
1, 2, 3,
All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. If you tick the notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos so you don't miss out on anything, as I do post every day. Also, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section down below. Smash those likes. And yeah, if you leave the comment in the comment section down below, that also get you entered to win a free t-shirt. Every Sunday I do a drawing for a free t-shirt, so make sure you leave your comment to get in on that, and also to let me know what you think of the video. So first thing I want to discuss, guys, before I get into this chart is those pro analysts out there, still saying we have more down, or this is, I don't trust this rally. You know who I'm talking about if you pay attention in crypto. But I do want to point this out. They are, right here. I believe we're right here where everybody's screaming this is a suckers rally. And you would think that if, these guys are so great at the market, they would know this. And over here, they were on the same thing, saying, we're going lower, going lower, going lower. And if you guys watched my videos, let me get back out of this. If you guys were watching my videos since December, everybody says this move was a huge surprise. I've been calling these moves in both Litecoin and Bitcoin since December, guys. So, I even when everybody was bearish, I was still calling this. I just want you guys to know it. You can go back, check all my videos, and see what I was looking at. So be careful who you follow out there, guys, because I don't believe that a lot of these guys really even know what they're doing. I think they're all about money. They're charging you for stuff and whatnot. I'll never charge for anything on this channel. All I ask is that you help support the channel, leave your comments, and share the videos. That's all I ask of you. But anyways, let's get on to what's going on here. This is Litecoin on the daily. As you can see, I have this high target up here, and this is looking at this as a cup and a handle, and it looks like we may be trying to break this neckline today, right around $100. And if we break that, the measured move off that is $179. So, and that doesn't mean we go straight up, guys. It just means that's my next high target there. Obviously, we'll have some resistance on the way up, and I have some other targets, and we'll discuss them here in a minute. We're going to look at the RSI on the daily. You can see I have the resistance line on the top, support on the bottom, which we broke through over here. That was more like a bear trap. So let's look at the 4-hour and kind of see what's going on right now with the RSI. You can see the falling wedge I had drawn here, which we broke out of. We made a falling channel, which we broke out of. This here could possibly be a bear flag, guys, where we break down through the bottom of this. This is definitely possible, but I don't think that's what's happening. I think we got another push up here. Let's go into the price action and look at my targets and why I see them. And first, we'll take a look at the bearish scenario, because, if you're playing in this market, you definitely should look at both directions. Even though I'm leaning bullish here, I still want everybody to know, it's possible that we do go down from here, but there's some key areas to watch for that. So we're going to look at that now. All right. As you can see right here, I have this falling channel here, which we broke out of here, and I'll show you the target on that in a minute. But first off, I want to look at this wedge. You see the blue lines here. It's a rising broadening wedge, which can obviously usually break down, but I think we're pretty bullish here, guys, and I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I do want to take a look at that anyway. The area I'm looking at right now is around this $77 to $78 range, which is the bottom of this wedge. If we come down, I believe we'll get support there, continue up. But if we do break that, my next target, put this down here. This is the measured, this is measuring the inside of this wedge here, this rising broadening wedge. And my next target would be down into this $50 range, guys, which also would go in line with the long-term trend line here. So that is possible. But like I said, I am looking bullish here, and now we'll look at the my bullish targets. So the first one here is the measured move off of this being a flagpole. This is being a giant bull flag. And we put the measurement of that flagpole right at the top where it broke out. That gives me 116.77 for the target. and again, guys, these aren't exact numbers. That's just a rough estimate of where we're at, somewhere in this area, $116. If we continue up from here, obviously this old channel I have here, we are getting support on that now. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit, but we're playing with it as support and resistance right now. We're kind of in the middle of it. So I do believe we're probably going to end up getting support coming up here, and then we'll do a measured move, another one measuring the breakout of this wedge if we break in the upwards position, and that would be somewhere in the $130 to $135 range, guys, which would also meet up nicely with this long-term trend line I have drawn here. So that's where I'm at with that, guys. Those are my targets, obviously, and that's my higher target. So you guys know where I'm at on that. Now let's go into Bitcoin. Like I said, definitely stick around to the end of the video, because after this, I'm going to go in and show you what my yearly target is, what I believe we're going to hit by the end of the year, if not higher. But it's pretty amazing, and I'll show you why. And I'll show you why I'm almost 100% sure that the bear market is over. We are definitely in the bull market, and I believe we could be going parabolic even longer than we already have. So stick around, it'll be interesting. Let's look at this now. I was looking at this down here, had a neckline around the 56.51. Well, yeah, I had the neckline around the 56.51 area. We put that up there. The target for that was 8,200, which we've hit. I've been saying that for weeks. We did hit it, and now it's acting as resistance. But I do believe, guys, that we're going to break through that pretty soon here. Now, let's get into the RSI. This is a daily RSI. Same thing, just like Litecoin, we had a rising channel here. And just like Litecoin, we had a bear trap here where it went in. We do have room to move up, guys. I don't think we'll move up all the way to touch the top of that. Obviously, that would be, over 100 on the RSI. But I do believe, we have another push up. Let's look into the 4-hour RSI and take a look at where that's at. All right, so I had this rising wedge, and we've had this drawn since January or February, this long rising channel. And in here, we have a rising wedge, which we busted through a little bit last night. Well, we came right back up in it. So I do believe, we do have room for another push up, and I do think that's probably most likely what's going to happen. And we'll look into the price action now and see what my targets are. And the same thing I did with Litecoin, I'm going to look at the bearish targets first. You can see I have these right there is the 82 that we've been looking at for weeks, maybe even a couple months. I've had that target there, which we've hit, and now it's become, resistance. We're trying to break through it. And this target here, or this, it wasn't a target. This was from yesterday. I had said we come to the bottom of this channel, we should get support, which we did, and continue up from there. So I'm going to get rid of that target now, clear up the charts a little bit. And all right, so we'll look at the bearish scenario. Guys, I don't believe that I think worst case scenario, there's this long-term trend line here. I'm going to show you that I had drawn here that we've broken out of, which also looks to me to be a rising broadening wedge, which we broke out of up here. But I drew this line also months ago that we broke out of here. I do believe that's going to be our support, guys. So if you're waiting for those lower lows, I don't think you're getting them. And I said a bunch of videos before, you know, I feel sorry for all those guys that were following the hyperwave theory and all that crap. And I told you I would see it at 7,500 when you're, well, actually I said 7,000. See it at 7,000 when you're FOMOing in. And obviously, you probably FOMO'd in by now. And if not, you'll be FOMOing in soon, in my opinion. Anyways, sorry you guys missed out on the bottom over here at the 31.25. I feel bad for you if you were following them, guys. If I were you, I would probably unfollow them. Just my opinion, but you know, I would be pretty pissed off that I've left a bunch of money on the table. Anyways, now looking at this, the worst case scenario, I think we come touch the top of this, which is going to be around the $68 area or $6,800 area. My very, very, very worst case scenario, guys, is around this 4,600 area, but I don't see it happening. I do not think we're going to correct like that at all. And I'll show you why at the end of the video when I show you my yearly end target. So, all right, looking at this as a rising channel here, which is part of the parabolic move. If we break out of this and break down from here, the measured move of this is around the 6,800 to around the 68, 6,900, which would also come to retest the top of this, which is possible. But like I said, I believe we continue up from here. And the measured move, I'm sorry, I got to zoom back out so I can show you this measured move. This measured move of looking at this as a flag pull. I'm sorry. I'm kind of confused this morning, so bear with me. But anyways, all right. We did a measured move off of this as this broadening wedge here. Let me zoom out so you can see it. With the two yellow lines going across. Measure the width of it where it broke out. Put it up to the top. That gets us to the $9,600 area, guys. And I want to point out also the measured move out of this channel, if we were to break out up here, is going to be around, you know, the 9,800 to 10,000. So I'm going to stick with that 96 target. I do believe we're gonna be going after that as long as we don't break down out of this channel, which would bring us down, like I said, to the $98 or $6,800 area. Now let's get into where I believe we're going to be by the end of the year. This is the Bitcoin daily chart, and I want to show you the resemblance to the gold weekly chart. And obviously the gold weekly chart is weekly, Bitcoin's daily. Times are a lot faster, guys, than back then when the gold boom happened. What I'm going to try to explain here is that if you've heard of pattern traders or whatever, a pattern is a pattern. Human emotion is human emotion. It's all in the charts, guys. The news is in the charts. Everything's in the charts. I don't pay attention to the news. I don't watch other analysts because they just, you know, I've had ones that I watched that I respected and they changed my opinion and I got screwed. So I stick with my own charting and with my own analysis, and it's been doing me right so far. So anyways, as you can see on the Bitcoin daily, I drew these from each peak here. I drew the trend line across to where it broke down. And now we're going to look at the gold weekly, and you can see the resemblance, and look what happened to gold. And I want to let you know right here, 2003, the gold ETF was approved, and that's what happened. I know people say the ETF isn't going to be that big for Bitcoin if it gets approved. Whatever, some kind of big news is going to happen here anyways. And if you look, I have this yellow line across here, and that's where it peaked over here. And if I look back at Bitcoin, I have the same one, and that's right around $46,000, guys. I do believe it's extremely possible that we hit 46,000 by the end of the year. I know it's kind of a bold statement, but that's what I believe. And like I said, if you don't trust my analysis, and I'm not saying I'm 100% accurate all the time, and I can't obviously see the future, but I can tell you what I see in the charts. And if you look back to all my videos from when I started posting on YouTube in December, when I called the bottom, you'll see all the way through, I've called all these moves, all the big moves. Everybody's so surprised that happened. I was saying it the whole time. Anyways, if we look at gold here now, you know, they were talking about we needed a big capitulation candle, blah, 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 so on and so forth. That hyperwave theory is bullshit, guys, because if the hyperwave, this sure looks like a hyperwave to me, and if that was a good theory, then, you know, gold would have went back down to about $50 here, somewhere in there. But it never happened, obviously. You can see what happened. It was a nice rounded bottom. We had 2 touches on this bottom trend line. Never a big capitulation candle. That's why I don't know why people were saying we had to have it. That's market's bottom and don't have to do that. So anyways, you can see the resemblance of Bitcoin here. Now I'm going to zoom into Bitcoin. And then also stick around. We're going to look at the RSI. More proof why I believe the bottom's in. So anyways, nice rounded bottom. 2 touches on the bottom trend line. You know, we are having a parabolic move here. And do I think it's going to continue? Yep, I sure do. Each one of those lines that I showed you, that I've drew from each peak to where we broke down from the 6,000. When we hit them, they were resistance, came back down, tested them, got support all the way up. So again, this is back over here to my worst case scenario, and this can move up a little bit now. 6,600 range, guys, and that would be testing the top of this trend line also, which I got from coming through the bottom of these wicks here. Thanks to Predator for that in my Discord. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, I suggest you join it. There's a great community in there and everybody helps each other out. So definitely check it out. There's a free link to that in my description below also. But now we're going to look at the RSI and show you why the similarities and why I believe that the bottom is in. And I've been saying it since December. So anyways, and I started looking at this gold chart in the very first week of January, so you can check that out. And I started talking about it before everybody else did. But anyways, 2013 bull market followed by the bear market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. As you can see, I have the trend lines here. We had 2 touches, got resistance, and moved up from there. Boom. We are in oversold here, guys, so possibly could be a correction. But as you can see what happened here, we just stuck around up there through the whole bull run of 2017. So anyways, same thing on this trend line. Two tests, got resistance, and boom, broke through. Let's look at the monthly RSI. As you can see, I have 2 arcs drawn here. 2013 bull market, 2017 bull market, followed by the bear market. These 4 arrows represent lows in the RSI. And we got the same thing over here in the 2018 bear market. And I've said before, guys, I drew these arcs the same, but this bull market is obviously, I believe, is going to be different. And it's going to be more of a curve like this. And like I said, my belief, I believe we're going to hit 46,000 by the end of the year. That's just my opinion, my view, but that's what I see, guys. So anyways, if you liked the video, make sure to hit the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes, guys. Let me know what you think of the video in the comment section down below. That also gets you entered to win a free t-shirt. And thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.